I'm Steve. Hope you're doing amazing today. So we're going to learn 7 of the most famous stadium guitar anthems of all time. You know, these are the epic ones that you hear at sporting events and everybody's singing and getting out their lighters and partying. That one right there was I Love Rock and Roll by Joan Jett. You heard, Livin on a Prayer by Bon Jovi, and Seven Nation Army by the White Stripes. All that kind of stuff. So I've got 4 more lined up. We're gonna count down from 7 to number 1, like I always do. And number 1 is totally epic. It's from the 70s, I'll give you a hint, and it'll blow your mind. All right, let's get into it. So for number 7, I'm gonna grab a capo and put it on the 1st fret, and this is Song 2 by Blur. I'm like, what does Song 2 mean? It goes, you know that song? Woohoo! All that kind of stuff. So you're in like an E major bar chord right here with the open E, like that, but it really plays a bunch of little bar chords, power chords up here. So you're on the 8th fret of the A string and 10th fret of the D string, like that, and then go down 2 frets and then go right here, like that. So you're on the 6th fret of the D string, 8th fret of the G string, hit it twice, go up 2 frets and go up 2 more frets to where you're on the 10th of the D and 12th of that G string. And if you do it all together, it goes, you know, woohoo! And then the E chord, E, D, and then G, A, B, you know, B chord right there, so. All right, for number 6, it's Pour Some Sugar on Me from 1987 by Def Leppard in E major, no capo needed. And for most of these, I'm just doing the choruses because that's what everybody wants to sing. So this one goes, Pour some sugar on me. So it's E major, and you know, give it 2 hits and palm mute it like that. A major, it's a regular A major, and then a B major. So pour some A major on B, and then it goes into the C minor kind of thing, C sharp minor, whatever, C sharp minor. But that's that one, really easy and fast. All right, let's go to number 5. It's where we started from. You're also in E major, and it's I Love Rock and Roll, Joan Jett and the Blackhearts. This one is crazy fun to play. I'll even show you this. That thing right there. So you're in E major, no capo needed, and you go, good 2 hard hits, palm mute it, and then put your 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of the low E string and bend it up, like that, and that leads you to the A major, like that, and then B major with a bar chord right there, B major, and then put that back on the 3rd fret of the low E string and bend it up again and back down to the E major. And I remember when I was a kid, I literally got a cassette tape recorder and was listening to Casey Kasem, waiting for him to play it again so I could record it and play it on my cassette. So yes, I'm old, I guess. Next time around, it does it again. Then it goes real quickly. B, 3rd fret of the low E string, like that. So you go to the 12th fret of the high E, down to the 10th fret of the high E string, 12th fret of the B, and then 10th of the B, down to the 8th of the B string real quickly. And if you want, you can bend it, you know, up here, like that, up on the, 15th of the B, bend it up 2 notes, down to the 12th, 14th of the G, and 12th of the G. All right, counting down to number 4. You heard this one at the beginning, Seven Nation Army, the White Stripes. So you've ever heard these, you know, football stadiums where everybody's going, oh, 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 oh. I was like, that's a cool one. So you begin in E major. Once again, most of these are in E major. Bar chord, power chord. So you got your, right there, 7th fret of the A string, ninth fret of the D string, and you can play just those two notes if you want, or add in that ninth fret of the G string. Then you go up 3 frets, back down 3 frets. Now you go down 2 frets. Now you go down 2 more frets, and down 1 fret. And that's really it. I'm not even going to talk about all the fret numbers because it's pretty easy. You play that same shape. So we began there. And you got to do a lot of palm muting in between. You can hit the open E if you want to on the first one. You don't want to do it then though. And really dig in like that. And you know, that one it goes 3rd fret, 5th, 3rd, 2nd fret right there for one of them, and you're back down to E major. Moving on to number 3, I've got my capo on the 4th fret. It's Sweet Child of Mine by Guns N' Roses, and this one I'm really just doing the chorus, but you know how it's in A major, A major, G, and every day D major was as bright as the bright blue sky or whatever, A major, but then it rocks, E major, G major, A major, and that's the big one. Ready? Sweet child. Give it some rockin'. E major, G major, A, all that kind of stuff. Really easy. E major, G, A, over and over and over again. At number 2, you heard this one at the beginning as well. It's Livin' on a Prayer by Bon Jovi in E minor. So that's the chorus part. You know, the beginning goes, Tommy used to work on the docks, E minor, and then it goes like this. I'll show you a little bit more of this one because it's really cool. So it's E minor, and then you put this finger on the 3rd fret of the low A string of the A string, and you're hitting that open E string, go up to the 5th fret of the A string, and up to the 7th fret of the A string, while hitting that, trying to hit some of the other strings, and then it says you gotta C, you gotta hold D major to D major E, C major D, and make it or E minor, C, D, give it a pop, and here we go to the chorus. Ready? G major. Oops, not G major, E minor. We're halfway there. So that's E minor, C. We're halfway there, D major. Now it's G. G major, C. To D. Living on a prayer. D major, E minor, C. For number 1, we're going to put our capo on the 1st fret. What a classic this is. It's also an E major, and it goes E major with the capo on the 1st fret. We're going to skip all the other 90 parts of the song and go right to the chorus. E major, we are the... So now you go to a G sharp minor, but because you got the capo, you're on the 5th fret. G sharp minor, I play it with my thumb, my friend, and now C sharp minor. C sharp minor, you can do it as a bar chord if you want to, and then A, B. So A major to B major, bar chords if you want to, and E major, we'll keep on. G sharp minor, fighting till the end, A. That's pretty cool. It's a little walk down. A major, 5th fret of the E string, 4th fret, and the 3rd fret of the low E string, and then go right there. So 6th fret of the A string to the 5th fret. So all together. Pretty cool. And then you go back to F sharp minor. We are the champions. F sharp minor. And then it goes A minor, sorry. And we are the champions, but right then it goes, nope, not that note right there. So it goes A minor, 4th fret of the low E string, and then 2nd fret of the D string, and then 5th fret, that's the one, 5th fret of the D string, and then it goes to E major, no time for F sharp minor. You can either play a straight up F sharp minor or try to release these top 2 strings to G major, because we are the champions. So you can do a regular G major, or again, I just brought it up and played a G major by releasing the top 2 strings, because we are the champions. A major, and if you can play an A major without the 3rd fret right there on the B string, and then it goes like this, of the world, E major, but right there, that's the closest I can get to making it sound easy for, you know, every guitar, especially beginners, and sound like the record. 3rd fret of the A string, 1st fret of the D string, and then the rest of those strings except the low E string. So, of the world, and then E major or E minor, probably, if you're going into the, you know, scary part right there. So I'll give it all to you again since this is the top one. Ready? E major, we, G sharp minor, my C sharp minor, A, B, E major, G sharp minor, till the A major, does that cool walk down, then 6 to the 5th on the A string, and then F sharp minor, we are the champions, A minor, so again that was A minor, 4th on the A string, 2nd on the D string, 5th on the D string, E major, no time for F sharp minor, hit the low notes, maybe release the top ones, to G major, because we are, without maybe that high note right there, the champions, A major, maybe without the B string right there, just leave it open, and then of the world. You could go to a regular B or a B7th, but basically I'm playing that 3rd fret of the A string, 1st fret of the D string, of the world. It gives that sort of dissonant sound, of the world, up to E major. All right, so there's 7 amazing epic stadium anthems that everybody knows and everybody sings. Let me know what you think about these. Give me some more ideas for videos. Hit like, hit subscribe if you want some more of the most awesomest, fastest guitar lessons on YouTube. All right, see you later.